Many individuals suffer from stage fright, and it is not an uncommon problem. Typically, this fear manifests itself when the time to present approaches, or when you actually take the stage. Keep in mind that the stage need not be a big stage in an auditorium. It could be the podium or desk in your classroom. However, you should not be deterred by this problem, as it is normal to feel nervous before you get on stage. Even very experienced professionals have their moments of anxiety before stepping onto a stage. In order to overcome this problem, you need to identify your weaknesses, at least the ones that can be easily observed. You don't have to have made a failed presentation to learn about these issues. You can learn about your weaknesses while you practice, long before you make your appearance on the stage. If you work hard to overcome your weaknesses, you will find ways to navigate yourself out of a tough situation on stage when you make a real presentation in front of an audience. Next time you make a speech or a presentation, be it real or practice, record your act and then look for the visible and obvious weaknesses. You will do well to watch your presentation recording and ask yourself the following questions, as the answers to these questions will help you determine the scale of your problem and the corrective actions that need to be taken to help you improve as a speaker and presenter. Question 1. When I make a presentation, does it sound like I am reading from a script? Does my speech sound monotone and awkward? Question 2. During a presentation, does it look like I am frozen? Do I look like a talking zombie? Question 3. Am I very stiff? If not, does my posture convey that everything is fine? Question 4. Does the movement of my limbs feel animated and out of context? Question 5. Do I get lost in the middle of the speech and find that words refuse to form in my mouth? Question 6. Once I get lost during a presentation, do I find it hard to get back on track? The video recordings of your presentations will tell you if you have any of the weaknesses mentioned in the above slides. Once you know, identify your weaknesses, you can start working on overcoming your weaknesses. Apart from the weaknesses mentioned above, also observe if you perspire profusely when you make a presentation, and if so, does it have an adverse effect? However, in order to identify this weakness, you will be best advised to ask someone else about it. Often when we perspire, we do not realize it. If you are presenting in an air-conditioned room, the chances are your perspiration may not show. On the other hand, if you are presenting in a space with no air conditioning on a warm day, you might be perspiring just because of the heat. However, someone in the audience who is paying attention to your performance can spot this difference better than you yourself, or a video recording can. Nervousness can make you sweat profusely, and you can overcome this problem with practice. As you start working on your weaknesses, you will see that your performance is improving. Once you have recorded your performance, seen it, and worked on your weaknesses, make another recording after a gap of a few days. You are bound to notice the improvement when you compare the two videos. Mind you, the improvement will be more pronounced if you practice diligently in the interim between the two recordings. Thank you for watching.